Hey guys, welcome back to another day in Linda's resin room. I got this mold in the mail the other day. I ordered this from Temu, and it is a mirror. Came with the mold, and then it came with, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 5 mirrors. So you can make 5 out of this, and I thought we would try this today. Figure out how to get it open here. I'm going to put my bag to the side. That way we can put it back in there. Okay, I thought that we would paint the mold up. So I got some of these gold and yellow colors that I have that I thought we would use throughout it. This is the Lindasresin Chameleon Powder Gold. These are the Lindasresin Colorful Mica Powder. Pale gold, pale green, guess it's got a green tint to it. Chartreuse. It does have kind of a green. And I thought we would just paint it up. I wonder if I have an orange. I want to use neon orange. Where are my oranges? Let's find an orange to throw in there. I don't have a chameleon orange, but I do have, here's a color shift orange from Lindasresin. Let's try it. Looks like it might have a little bit of a red tint to it. Color shift powder orange. And let's paint this up. Not sure how I want to paint it, but let's start with the gold. I think I want to get these tips. It's kind of got a red tint to that. Okay. Get down in those corners there. Make sure you get your sides really good. Yeah, it's kind of got a red gold color. I think I'm going to paint up all of those with that. That's the straight ones. But I'm not going to go all the way down. I'm just going to kind of get half of it. And then this yellow, which I don't have opened. See if we can get that paper off there. Ooh, that's a bright yellow. Let's do these. Oh, I love that yellow. That's a pretty yellow. Do the squiggle one yellow. That yellow really adheres to it too. I think these colors came in a set of like 18 or something maybe. I don't quite remember. There's a lot of them. So when I bought them, I bought 2 packs because I go overboard because I'm always afraid, what if I like it and then they sell out and I can't find it anymore? That's my problem. Okay. We'll do those that color. I'm going to put the lids back on these so I don't get them mixed up. Pale gold, pale green. Let's see what the difference are between these. Okay. And I don't want this to be perfect, so I'm just going to let it scatter however it wants to. It's pretty. Maybe do every other one in this one. And then I'm going to set this over here because I'm not going to put any beside of it so I don't get them mixed up. Pale green. Let's see. When I open this, it may be too green that I don't want to use it. Oh, it looks gold to me. Let's see how it is once I get it on the mold. Yeah, see? It looks a goldy color. I really like that. I think I'm going to fill this with black. So I think black's going to make the colors pop more. Yeah, I really like that color. Now, the orange. I think I'm going to take him and do him at the bottoms here and finish those up. And then however it ends in the center, we will just mix it around and with whatever colors, and that's how that will be. All right. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, guys, I'm going to finish painting this mold. There's no point in making y'all sit through the video doing this, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, so I got all of that painted up. So what I'm doing is I'm taking each one of these colors, and I'm just dipping down in here, getting a good little amount, and I'm just going to dab this brush and let it fall. And then I'm going to rub it all in. And however that ends up looking will be how it ends up. And maybe this will give it a little bit of a mixed look down in there around the center. I know you're not going to be able to see it where the mirror is going to go, but I still want to color it up. And anywhere that I've already got mica on the mold, that's not going to matter, like up here, because what's touching the mold is what's going to show. Okay, I do want to put a little orange in that top. Seemed like a lot of orange went around through there, but I don't really want a lot. The orange seems to kind of take over a bit. So I thought just a little. Okay, now let's see if we can get this to blend in. Clean the brush off here best I can. Now let's just blend these and see what we get. I think it'll look really pretty once it's demolded. I may have to put some, I just don't want it to be streaky. You know, sometimes it's a little streaky. There's that yellow. Just going to dip this in there and just kind of go over it. Don't know how great this mold's going to be, because it seems like it's not level in the center. So we will see. Okay. I'm going to dust all this mica out here in just a second. I always sling it on the floor. Makes it easier to get all my mica powder out. And it's very easy to clean the floor. Now, I do see a little black something I got on the center. There we go. Get that off. All right. Is there a glitter in there? Ooh. I dropped the water bottle. There's a piece of glitter. Now let's get the brush and brush that back up. Okay. I'm not sure how much this is going to take. I'm going to guesstimate and say maybe 8 ounces. I'm going to mix up some resin. I'll be back. All right, guys, I got my resin mixed up 8 ounces. This is 1-to-1 resin. I'm going to put some black in this. I'm going to use the Let's Resin Black Epoxy Resin Pigment Paste. And I'm going to use quite a bit more than what I used the other day because of, seems like it doesn't. There's 1 drop. 2, 3. I'm just squirting out a bunch. Seems like the other day it was still quite a bit transparent, so I'm using more and see if I can get this a little more opaque. It doesn't have to be completely opaque, but I do want my colors to stand out. I hope this turns out really pretty. Not sure about the orange, but we'll see. We did need a little something in there to brighten it up some. Okay. Make sure I scrape the sides and everything because I do want to get it completely incorporated. Still a little transparent, but more opaque than the last time. Okay, so let's see if 8 ounces will be enough. I don't want bubbles. I want this just kind of flow into all those little crevices. See, does anybody else see that film on this resin? Is that just me? I'm going to let that spread out just a little bit before I add the rest of this, just in case. I don't want to overflow it either. I don't think I'm going to. I think it's going to hold the whole thing. Yeah. So 8 ounces. Perfect guess. Okay. Scrape all of this out. I really thought I was mixing up too much resin, but I'd rather mix up too much than not enough. I don't want to have to mix up more. It's not so bad when you are doing like a black and you're not going to see the color because of if it gets a different shade, it's okay. But when you are trying to do a certain shade for something and you don't mix up enough, then you're in trouble. That was perfect. I think I'm going to overflow on this end. It's a little bit too low. Let me find a stick. I don't get that table propped up a little bit there. I'm going to overflow. Let me see if I can get that back this way. Now I'm too high here. So what I'm going to do is get me a paper towel and try not to spill this. As I'm trying to prop it up a little bit maybe. And that one the same way. They're going to overflow if I don't do something about them. And it doesn't need much, just a little tilt. Could take just a little out. Now my room is not cold at all, so that should not have a film on that. It is 78 degrees in here. I guess for resin, that might be, well, it's about the perfect temperature for resin. Just trying to get a little of this out of there without overflowing it. It doesn't need a lot taken out, but I'm definitely going to have a little overage that I'm going to have to clean up because I am definitely already onto my silicone mat down here. If I just dip it out here and let it flow back. I don't want to take out too much either. Which is what I'm afraid I'm going to do. Alright. I think that will be plenty to take out. And yeah. Alright, guys. I'm going to spritz this with alcohol. That mold is shallow in a lot of places, and I don't want to, I'm going to overflow by putting alcohol in because it's adding more. So, just take out a little bit more. Wasn't thinking. That's the worst part about molds like this is cheap molds. They're usually not level, and you end up with spots that have more resin than others. And I have leveled this table and leveled this table and leveled this table. It says it's level, so sometimes I think it's the mold. And I've got the paper towel in it there. Let's pull that out. Take out some more here. Alright guys, I'm stopping there. Oh, that's mica powder that you see floating around. Didn't dust it good enough. But I'll see you guys for, I think I can now lower him down and lower him down. But I'll see you guys back for the demold.
Hey guys, we're back. This has cured enough. I think it's very bendy, but I think we'll be able to at least demold it. We may not be able to put it together yet, but I think we might be able to get it out. I'm going to do it this way just because it's, like I said, it's very bendable. Let's see if I can get this to come out without breaking any of these little pieces off. Looks kind of green. Okay, so maybe it was green, not gold. That looks green. Everything looks green. That's okay. It's still pretty. I need to make sure there's no... Yeah. Let me peel that off. Okay. Flatten this out because we need to let it completely cure. And let's see if we can glue a mirror down in there. Where is my glue? Okay. Let me hook the microphone up. That way you guys can hear me.
Okay. Now you should be able to hear me better. I always forget that thing. Okay, let's get one of these out. It almost feels like plastic. I want to leave that cover on until at least glue it in there. Now, opening this thing after you've opened it once is a bit of a task because it gets glued on there. And you have to break that loose. These little needle nose pliers or whatever they call them. A lifesaver. So I'm just going to put some of this glue around in here. I know it's going to squeeze through when I lay the mirror down in there. So I'm just going to put this a little bit I don't want it to come up around the edges of the mirror though. Okay. I think that will be good. I could have put it on the mirror itself, I suppose. Now let's just see if we can drop that mirror in there. Press it down. Okay. That's in there. We will let that dry. Let this completely cure. Once it is, I'll trim it up, pull the piece off the mirror, and snap a picture for the end of the video. All right, I'll see you guys then.